Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Culture Show. Because I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 2nd June 2025. Today we have a beautiful sunset. I'm going to be able to show you that and I'm going to be able to party a little bit. So without further ado, enjoy. What are you? Okay, good. You're not great. You want to do this one instead? I want to do this one. Think today I want to do this one. Good. Okay. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Culture Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on the 2nd of June. Just wanted to make a quick video to say thank you to people. The crazy thing when you make content every single day is that life changed a lot. Life changed a lot in the last year. I did a thank you note for last year, and I wanted to do again a thank you to people that are close to me. It would be a small list, but a really meaningful list. I want to thank the first person I want to thank are my parents, of course, my father and my mom. Lately, it's been a bit more complex. I was in a lot of troubles, mental problems, financial troubles. They were there behind me and were offering me guidance, so that's super important. I want to thank also Janice. Janice, you've been there for almost a year and a half, almost 2 years now. The birthday date is in July. You know that I don't know it, and it's a power play because now Janice like, oh, you're right, it's this day. I'm like, bro, I don't remember. So yeah, so Janice, you've been there for me for a long ass time, bro. I am super grateful. Of course, I'm gonna talk about Andrew. I'm gonna talk about Michael. Kind of like my little brother. It's fun to see Michael and see with Janice. Janice, there's this friendship, but there's also this relationship of this guy is super good where I'm lacking. There's this symbiosis of you're good and then behind the scene, I'm good when it comes to making content. He thought he was better than me at making content, but he doesn't. So there's this really cool relationship of help me here and I'll take care of this. You'll help me here, and he's so willing to help. It's just so nice to see. And at the same time, it is such a weird thing because you would say, well, okay, well, wasn't it for him, right? And Janice is an amazing person that really wants to help, and you often feel guilty about not being able to help. So I want to give him opportunity to help because that's what he's always asking me. But also the fact that, for example, right, and I was seeing this as kind of like I'm not a big YouTube, I'm not a big content creator, but still, you see someone content creator and you're like, why are people so willing to do stuff for them? And you kind of realize that, for example, someone watches your videos a lot and he wants the video to be improved because he's watching them a lot. Like for example, Genesis is like, yo, you should buy a green screen, and I never use it, but he knows that I have it, so if I need it, I was there, you know. And it's cool because he's watching a lot of the videos. Possibly the person that's been around the channel for the longest, and for the longest meaning the one of the person, if not the person, that has involved himself with the content as much as he has. I think it's Genesis that wins that cup. I think as a watcher, but also as a friend, he's been there for me since a long ass time. Michael and Andrew. Michael and Andrew, it's super nice because again we're Canadian. We have a lot of things in common. And it's nice because I like having them around because I'm held accountable when it comes to them. They're like my little brothers, and I want to show them not necessarily the path of life, not necessarily how this would work, but just being a good role model for them because at the end of the day, I was lucky enough to have a good role model. I was born in one of the best decades, which is the 90s. I'm seeing this nowadays, and I'm like, oh, holy shit. I have to try to be the best person I can be. I want to thank Dofi. Dofi, t'as été là pour moi, man. T'as été là pour moi since day one, bro. T'as été là depuis Ernest, but Dofi, tu marques des commentaires. Des fois, j'ai pas le temps de répondre. J'ai pas la force mentale de répondre. Mais t'es toujours là. Tu me supportes toujours. T'es tout le temps, tout le temps gentil. Tout le temps gentil, merci, bro. There's so many people else that I could have done. I wanted to do a short. These right here are my three MVPs. I feel like I'm forgetting. I feel like this is not a good video to make because I forget people. It's just that I woke up today feeling grateful, and I want to check if, and I feel like I feel like because this is a day thing, I feel like in it, it's like at work, right? It's not the nicest person that is you're gonna be thankful for. The person that's nice every single day. With those trees, they're super freaking kind. Like yesterday was such a good time. I have Anna who is, even if she cannot be there, she always make an effort to help. Anna is, I didn't know her for that long. So it's more recent. I think it's like 2 months. Versus Mikey and Edge that's been a year, almost a year. Janice has been 2 years, and Luffy has been like there for a month and a year and a half. It's funny because you have people just like just coming and go in your life, right? And they used to be very present, and now they're not present, or you just grew apart. And as a content creator, and with content creator, it's even more so. For example, right, I had a friend that I was playing this certain game with, and then I'm playing a game, those friends I don't have anymore, right? I also want to give a shout out to Sir Wizlot. Sir Wizlot is unequivocally one of the nicest person I know. It's nice because when I was making this video, I was like, okay, well, who helps you with content? Who helps you? For example, Doofy. Doofy, I know that he's always gonna be super positive. So whenever I have a bad day, I just have to go in the comments and look at the positive comments. You know what the positive comments are Doofy. Mikey and Andrew. I know they're super often in the live. I know they like to chill a lot. They're super nice, and it's always like good talk. Like for example, 2 days ago, Andrew was talking about how he's feeling, and then we talked a little bit about that. I tried to help him out. And I was like, "Fuck your help. You should watch this show, Snowfall, which is really good." And I've watched this show, and the fact that, I don't like saying this, but when your friend recommend a show to you, and they tell you, bro, it gets good, it gets good. And you're like, okay, well, I trust you. So it's more like, okay, well, the show is kind of good, but it's more because my boy told me about it. Janice, but where else can I start? You see, Janice, what I love about Janice is he's very vocal about what he's doing. For example, right, he's gonna say, I'm better than that. Janice and his way of being vocal, I'm gonna have a problem, I'm gonna have a situation. Or for example, when I was working, and I don't know if that's true, but when I was working like 10, 12-hour days during the months of August, June, July, I was working way too much, and Janice was kind of the only person that understood where I was coming from when I was aggressive and mean. That was really. These people are more so viewer. So when you see somebody like Kyle Sir Winslow as a content creator, it's fun because I'm like, bro, this is first of all, we're kind of the same age. We grew up around the same stuff. We're both Canadian. I don't care where you're from. I'm not saying oh, we can be friends if you're Canadian. It's just when you're Canadian, there's a lot of things like, for example, Andrew was talking to me about the game, the final game of the Canadian, and it was a pretty big game, right? And I don't know if somebody else from another country would have talked a bit about this for me. It's just a current event. It's just how it goes. You know, it's worth it. With Kyle, we have that. He is like me. He's insane, but a professional manner. You know, he's super chill, super chill. He's one of the only content creators I know that isn't always like, yo, let's collab, or yo. And like my shit are like your shit. I just say, again, I have the word symbiosis in my mind of two people working together and accomplishing great things. You know? It's just so worth it. Right? It's summer. I'll be live more often. I'll have the girl again, you know. So I'm doing this video, and it's a it's a different video than I was planning to make. At first, I was like, "Yo, thank you guys, thank you to the amount of people for helping me out," but it's more than that. These people affect the affect the what should I call it? They affect the content I make. For example, when I talk to Dolphin, I'm very soft because he's a really good dude. I like to Mikey and Andrew. I'm a bit more. How can I say that? A bit more of an asshole. I push them because that's what a bigger brother do. I talk with Janice. It's nuts. You guys don't understand. I was doing a TikTok live, and I've been doing TikTok live. I've been back at doing TikTok live for about 20 minutes, right? And Janice was there talking to me, and before I knew it, it was an hour and a half. This affects your content. This is better. This is you give up more. But if you don't talk or you don't have something interesting to say, it tends to last less long. For example, today we did a TikTok live and I was boring because I didn't have the stimulus, right? And these people, they affect your content. They affect how you react to the content, right? I'm seeing a lot of people saying, "Hey, are you pro-Palestine or pro-Gaza?" And you have to put yourself in a situation where you make a choice. Whether if you're surrounded with people that kind of have not necessarily as your back, but there's people that are gonna be there for me. For example, there was this guy, right? There was this guy 3 days ago. I was on the live and he was talking shit, and he wasn't really talking shit. He was just kind of talking shit. And then Andrew blocked, he muted him. And I was like, I would have not muted him, but I would have not muted because what he was saying, it was kind of like, oh, I'm being trolly. I'm not attacking you directly. It's more like I'm a troll that don't attack you. There's a lot of trolls that have been attacking people, which sucks. Then Andrew, he muted him, and I was like, I would have not muted him. I'm glad he did, And what I was going with the Palestinian Gaza, it's just like, some people will try to have you some in the gotcha moments, and those gotcha moments are the worst. But that's also for real life. I had calls from, and it's so stupid. I had a call last week from the government, and because I didn't know I was the government, it took me a while to get to the mental headspace. I was like, okay, well, this is serious. This is a lot of money. But yeah, so I wanted to do a little video to say thank you to those people, and I'm forgetting a lot of people. But it's when you it's when you it's when you come into the day. It's when you come into the day. So for example, okay, I just woke up. Like I said, I fucked up my rib. I was working out yesterday. I fucked it up. I have a hard time walking. So I was like, yeah, I woke up and I was feeling grateful, and I was feeling like, who is grateful? And again, all those people, Dofi, Mike and Andrew and Janice, even Hannah, they've been around for this week. And when I speak about this grateful, it's really a hard video to make because I'm not England. My name is Stefan. You guys know that. I am a real person. You guys know that. So when it comes to making a video about who you're grateful, it's more about who is England that is grateful for, and that's more content than personality. There's a lot of people that I'm talking to behind the scenes that would love to shout out. Gotti Bunny, RG Baby, we've been friends for 4 fucking years. There's so many people that I would like to say thank you for, but it's more so in a personal fashion. It's more so. See, there's also the case of, when you go to work, right, and your boss says, thank you for this good job. He is thankful for the job, but he's not thankful for who you are, right? And I got a feeling that like a lot of those relationships are, a lot of those relationships are built on a more human aspect. Like with Gothic, is actually quite special. Gothic Bunny. She was my 600 follower. 600. So that was I think it was like um 4 or 5 months ago, or 3 to 4 months ago. I don't remember. Let's say 4 months because I think that's the one. And I was like, yo, you make me happy. You're a really nice person. Would you do me the honors of being my 600 follower? I was like, I'll be honored. And then we started talking, and we never talk about content. And we always talk about, we're similar age, talk about bands. She's a mom, she talks about how it is to be a mom, you know? And it's wonderful, but at the same time, this is more so, this is more, it's a fan of being with this video, what I'm realizing as I'm making this video, because again, I'm thinking I'm making the video with some time. But what I'm thinking is there's this content creator that most of the creators always say not everything is content. Not everything is content. And I tend to disagree. I tend to say like, yo, everything can be content. With the right mindset, everything can be. I bought this fucking anthill a year ago. It was, oh my god, it was a long time ago. We bought this anthill, it was last October. I'll do a video about it because I'm gonna start today. We have a little bit of a ant over here. And I just never thought about it, right? Well, for example, there's this really embarrassing thing. This really, really, really embarrassing thing. Oh my god, I want to talk about it. There's this village you guys love, which is the Strawberry Moon. We went hunting for Strawberry Moon. Now, this video is very special. Very special because... oh, this is embarrassing. This video is very special because I went out to hunt it, and because I went out to hunt it, I didn't get. I didn't get. I went to place. Okay, so it's complex. I know that the sun is going down on this side, right? So because this is, by the way, this is west. And this is east. I know that the sun is going down on this side, and they told me that the peak of the moon, of the Strawberry Moon, is freaking when it rises. So I know that I have to go to the east. I have to go to the east because the east is gonna come like this, right? I have to watch it at the east. However, at the east there was more cloud than at the west. I didn't get it, and I was kind of like, oh my god, this sucks. This really sucks. And the best thing about this, is I come back, and this is a true story, I swear. I come back. I want to take a shortcut because I don't remember what happened. I think it was a blocked street. I go out and I'm disappointed because I didn't see the moon. And I go into a fucking parking lot. And I swear to God, for possibly 6 minutes, 7 minutes, I saw the moon, right? But this video was special because I prepared myself to get the Strawberry Moon. And that was special. What am I reading today in the Googles? There's another one, you know? There's another one. I didn't know that was a yearly thing. I just went in head down. I would have Janice said, no bro, there's another one. Janice, ooh. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. Janice doesn't do TikTok, but told me yesterday, yo, there's a new level for TikTok. And I'm like, the heck are you talking about? He knows that shit, you know? And it's just that I'm thankful for. When I was talking about how people say everything about content, right? I disagree. I think everything, again, in the right mindset could be content. I'm so sorry. I was talking to them about Strawberry Moon, one of my favorite videos, because I have more fun slamming the thing, going to the thing, than just watching the movie, right? There's no climax of the video, there's no movie, right? Where I understand what people mean, and it takes maturity to understand that. I understood what people meant, but that I think is content. Julian and from Pleasant. Somebody's talking to you about I had Gothic Bunny. About how her youngest just took her first steps not too long ago. And it was a beautiful moment. She was so happy, and she was also sad because we don't have together. This is very okay. So she has I'm not gonna say a lot of kids, but she had a couple of kids, right? I think it's 3, and she didn't want any more kids, so she got an operation not to have kids, because she doesn't want to abort. She doesn't want to. She you know. So she talked to me about how her youngest. She talked to me about how her youngest took a step, and she was sad because she said, "I'll never feel that again." I'm never gonna have children again, and I'm never gonna have that again. And it was a bittersweet of my baby's walking. It was also the bittersweet of I'll never have this again, right? It is a new step. It is a new step. As a content creator, what I understood, which is actually quite nice, is that this makes so much sense, but at the same time it makes so little sense, because you would make content, right? You would make content and you would be like, yo, you would make content. You would be like, yo, my baby fucking, he walked. I'm so proud of him. But there's not this you always hear, like, this is my baby first time, this is his first word, right? This is his first word. And it's never about, like, yo, that was a huge moment in the history of this person. And did we really enjoy it? The same thing for concert. The same thing for concert. You see concert and you see people having their phone out, or they're having an event, they're having their phone out. I saw the thing that was really the thing that was really human. Again, I told you guys the thing before. It's I don't remember what place it is. I think it's Sleepy. And there's floods, and she comes and interviews a woman. She has water tail hair, and the woman brings a reporter a banana, I don't know how to call it, a fucking it's like a grape, if you will, a banana, a group of banana. You know, they're all tied together, and she gives it. And this woman, she has nothing left. She still found a way to give something out, and this is what I mean by how hard it is to say thank you to people. As Ink, it's just you want to say thank you to people as Steph, you know? Like this person, she had the banana in her hand, and it was a beautiful moment of television, because it was like, yo, some people are still nice, they have nothing, but they're still very generous, right? But it was the sadness behind it. The reporter was trying, said this person, they have nothing. But it's still the gesture of doing that. And the gesture of doing that is, yes, it's content creation worthy, but the human behind it, the human emotion behind it, that's so hard to put in the video, right? Anyway, we've gone long enough. I'm sorry I took so much time. This is such a confused mess. The real, like I said, the real reason I'm doing this video is because I woke up and I had this pain, but it was Genesis yesterday. With Genesis, because I don't. Genesis, we use it like every single day, because I used to stream every single day. And I haven't streamed. He's more. See, that's the thing. A lot of people are more a platform or the other. Genesis is more stream, right? So when I don't stream, we don't talk as much. And just seeing yesterday and how long it's been and how good it's been to talk to him, you know, just made me realize how much I miss people, right? And this morning, we've been doing really good. And I feel like after the depression that we had last month, I think it's a good thing to be like, yo, this is what's going on, right? This is what's going on right now. The Queen! Just got the Queen. Hell yeah. This is what's going on in my life right now, and this is what I have to be grateful for. And at the same time, a lot of people say, oh, you didn't say thank you to me. And it feels, and I'm sorry to say, like, I had a lot more people to talk about. Like, when I was thinking about, okay, who can I talk about? There's a lot more people. But it's like, how long can you be grateful for? You know? I saw Shao. I love Shao. And he randomly commented on the video and said, yo, what's good, man? My boy. And he saw me and he was being nice, you know? But I was like, Shao, I haven't talked to him in like a month. And I know he's busy, but I still haven't talked to him in a month. So, you know? It's really, I don't think I'll ever be able to differentiate, okay, well, this is a Steph friend and an Ink friend, you know? If you're a content creator, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's so many people that you want to let in your life. Some people, like, there's people that I wouldn't let in, you know? And I don't think that's a bad thing. I was talking about Canadian, and I should be talking about Canadian because a lot of people are like, yo, I'm Canadian too. And like, yo, if the reason why we bond is from this, because we're from the same race, you know, it's better if we bond from, hey, common interest, right? That we happen to be born at the same time. I was watching TikTok today, and I was watching a lot of the Gen. I think I'm a millennial, but I'm not sure. I think I'm Generation Y. Yeah, I'm Generation Y because I'm 93. And I was like, these people, they lived through it. They saw iCarly. They were watching Linkin Park. They were listening to MTV. I saw today, and this was like actually crazy. I saw today, and it was actually crazy. And you see, and this is also something that's really, really, really amazing. I was watching today this person who was reacting to the. She was reacting to the. What should we call it? She was reacting to the MTV Jersey Shore, and she was reacting to the Jersey Shore, and she was like, "We don't have women like that, and we didn't appreciate reality TV back then, you know." But then you see these, and it's just great TV. For example, we have Mike's situation, and again, I'm gonna go off tangent here. If the thank you our friend, and she can skip the video. You had Mike Sorrentino, and Mike was like a douchebag. Mike would call women fat. He would call them. He would call them. He would call women fat. He would call if ugly woman grenades. He was an asshole. He was an asshole. But when you realize had a Mike had a drug issue. He had addiction to opioid. I think it's talking about Oxycontin and cocaine, and he had a lot of problem with that, right? And that's why he was acting the way he was. And then there's this very specific moment where one of the house guest or one of the cast was treating his girlfriend like shit, and she was also the cast. And Mike was the only one to go to the girl and say, "Hey, he's fucking abusing you. This is shitty. This is very shitty." And I'm getting emotional because this is exactly what I mean by this video, you know. And you know that Mike he has a younger sister, and he loves his younger sister. He loves her. He really, really do. So he saw this person that cast as his younger sister, and you know, it sucks because you're you know, he's acting like a dick, and you're like, dude, you don't really care about the situation. You just want to do some drama. And people were like, yo, he broke bro code, and Mike was one of the bros, right? But then what's really sad, what is really, really sad is we didn't understand it, and now we're more mature, and we understand that what he did was the right thing to do. And there's this scene which breaks my heart, and the boys are asking Mike, why did you break the bro code? And he was saying, what about the general union code, you know? And it was all questioned. And on the surface, look at Jersey Shore as this fucking craziness. You watch Jersey Shore for the same reason you watch Jerry Springer, because they're crazy people, you know. Then they grew up, they're more mature. Now, see them as adults, and you're happy for them, you know. But in a specific moment, he was a realist out there. He was hated for it. He was a realist out there. He was the most hated. And why this makes me so emotional is because I don't compare myself. I'm not going through what he's going through. But Mike was the situation. And again, if I did this specific video 2 days ago, I would never mention this. Mike was the situation. Anybody called him the situation, and that was his public persona, right? And this moment, he was Mike. One of my favorite band. One of my fucking favorite. And I thought about this yesterday. One of my favorite band ever is System of a Down. I love System of a Down. I love it. System of a Down, which was one of the most, one of the band that sold the most album, the most CDs. They really, really were popular. And then at some point, they took a stance. So System of a Down, the members are from Armenia, and in Armenia there's a lot of war for religion, right? And when you look at songs like BYOB, what they're talking about, this is what I talk about when they talk about the toxicity of the city. That's what they're talking about when they're talking about. There's just a lot of songs that they had. Deer Dance, the sad song, the prison song. right? The forest, aerials, you know, chop suey. There's all this implication of what was happening, and they were told, "Shut the fuck up, play some music." You know, I don't think I'll ever get a good relationship between Ink and Steph. And I've had this problem for a long time now. I had this problem for a long time now. This problem of, am I really am I a different version? Am I a different person? And it's so complex because I'm watching a video of myself, right? And I'm laughing because I can't believe I said that. And I'm laughing because of the ADHD, and I'm like, dude, this is not normal. But you're allowing yourself to be yourself, right? So it's all this bullshit. For example, someone, it was Addison Rae, right? That's how long it was ago. Addison Rae, she went to a UFC event, and she shook the hand of Donald Trump. People were canceling her. People were canceling her, right? They would say, "Oh, she voted for Trump and shit like that." No, dude. She was a young girl, right? Who had some celebrity status, and she had a chance to meet with the president. How many people can say that I met with the president? How many people can say I shook the hand of the president? Now, technically speaking, who gives a shit, president or not? But at the same time, you're like, dude, it's possibly the most powerful person in the nation, and this is possibly the person that is going to suffer the most criticism. But no matter what they do, right? You cannot make everybody happy, and people cancel her for that. Or at the same time, yeah, Charlie D'Amelio. You guys know what I'm talking about. Charlie, possibly one of the most popular TikToker. I don't know if she still is. I don't keep up with the D'Amelio, right? And then she had a supper. This was her biggest scandal. Her biggest scandal was she had 95 million followers, and she's like, I would like to hit 100 million followers. And of course, it's a bratty. Of course, it's privileged. Of course, it's like, dude, you have 95. That's a lot. That's more enough. But then you guys forget that she's fucking 16. She's immature. That's normal. We all fell down. Each and every one of us, at this moment where we felt like a god. We felt like God. We felt this delusion of grandeur, right? Mine, oh my God. Mine was, I have to say, I think it was 2014, 2015. I was working two jobs. A job in the morning that lasted for 5 hours. A job at night that lasted for 8 hours. I would go to sleep. I would cook some rice. I would wake up, get the rice out of the number of times I burned my hand. Get the rice out of the oven, go back to sleep. I did that for 7 months, and I had this illusion of grandeur because even though I was taxed, even though the agency company took their cuts, I was still clearing 1,200. I was the person at the agency who was making the most, and I felt fucking invincible. Then I got sick. I don't remember what I had when I got sick. No, I didn't get sick. I hurt my leg is right. I dropped a piece on my ankle, and I couldn't walk without. I couldn't walk. I could walk, but I was having a bad leg. And I just went away from work. And a bit after when I got back, I quit the job. I was like, dude, you work so much. Did it really bring you happiness? And that time I felt invisible. I was talking to myself like I'm the most valuable fucking employee here because I'm making the most money. No, that's not true. Truth is, I was working at two jobs, and the truth is, I wasn't really pulling my weight at the two jobs. I was just there to be there. Truth is, I didn't give a shit about the two jobs. I just gave a shit about the paycheck. right? It was shitty. It was shitty. How was a shitty human being? Not because I wanted to be a shitty human being, but just because I was. You know? It was the illusion of grandeur. Yeah. Anyway, long story short, this is it. Love guys, take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Today, Wampus are having a wonderful day on this 2nd June 2025. Today, I want to shout out Janice. I want to say a little thank you to Janice because it's going to help me out with the multi stream. Today, I'm also making an announcement. So, today is the 2nd of June. On the 31st of May, which was 2 days ago, a game came out which was Night Rain. Now, if you guys on the channel, you know that Elden Ring is my third game. I've been making videos last week and the week before about Night Rain, how cool it is, Elden Ring and how cool it is. And I've been watching people play Night Rain, and it's something I would like to try. However, I'm coming with the announcement. You guys know that I haven't started my playthrough for the 4th anniversary of Elden Ring, of my content creation, so this is my 4th playthrough of Elden Ring. I'm coming out and saying that I will not be playing Night Rain. There's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, I did do the DLC. I never did the DLC. I never did the DLC. So I would like to do that first. Second of all, what is going on right now, and that sucks, is that my Elden Ring playthrough are 200 hours, and they're 240 hours. So if I add the DLC, they're 250, 260 hours. What I would like to do, I would like to do the DLC, right? I would like to see how much time it takes. But literally, you guys, please understand, okay? I know this is a foreign concept, but it's not time in hours. It's, for example, I'm starting in May. I finish this, let's give an example, I finish in October, right? Which is in 4 months, not that far. I have to wait. I'm only playing Elden Ring in 8 months, right? So it's more about self-preservation. Now, why am I saying this? Because next year I might be playing Night Rain. I'll see how it goes. I'll see how much time this takes me, but I'm not gonna play it right now. I know you guys want to play, see me play it. I know it's a hot release right now. It's a game that I love. It's Elden Ring. I wanna finish the DLC. I never even finish it. It just is a year and a half old DLC. Never even finish it. That's crazy, right? I wanna do that. So no Night Rain, but in the Elden Ring playthrough. Sounds good? Sounds great. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Culture Show. We're going to walk with having a wonderful day on a 2nd June 2025. Today is beautiful Tuesday. No, I lied to you guys. We're Sunday. Dude, we're Monday. I'm so sorry. Oh, every day sounds the same. Today we're doing a video on the channel, right? So as you guys possibly have noticed, Ink Vendetta is nothing but a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of unfinished playlists. But the fun thing is, some of these playlists aren't even started. So, this is so Ink Vendetta. I ordered last year. So, I'm not gonna make a video. My algorithm is something that I use a lot. I'm gonna be using it for a playthrough. For example, I was watching the DMC. It was when? It was, I think it was not May the 4th. It was possibly April 4th, right? And I was going to the job fair, and I was listening to DMC, and I finished it one day. Then I made a video about how good was DMC, but then for like a month, my whole algorithm was Devil May Cry, right? Which is a game. And then it just stayed there. So when I started making content about gaming, and I was doing a playthrough of Devil May Cry, well, because of that. And for some reason, and this is actually really cool. This is a cool playlist. This is a really cool idea for a playlist. Um, for some reason, I was getting a lot of ants. Oh my god, this is so dumb. This is so fucking stupid. You wanna know why I was getting ants? Oh my god, this is embarrassing. I was getting a lot of ants in my playlists and the video I was watching. And I was getting ants because I'm watching this Pokemon streamer called Small Ants. So I might have typed small ants 120 times in the search thing. And yeah. we have ants. So now back in the days I'm like, okay, well, and this is the craziest thing. I'm like, this is I remember like yesterday. It was a week when I stopped getting my chômage check. So I'm like, okay, well, you gotta start saving your money because you're not getting money anymore. And I bought this $100 ant thing, which is an ant hill. Because I was seeing people, and they were just filming ants and they were just filming nature. Now, this was kind of perfect. Look, you can see it here. You have one. I think it's sleeping, I don't know. I know next to nothing about ants. I know next to nothing about ants. So what happened is, I saw it and I ordered it. And I think I saw it. I was like, yo, this could be a really, really cool idea. So, I think I'm full of shit, right? I think I lie to myself a lot. If I lie to someone, it's myself. It's a very simple anthill. You see, we have a anthill, right? And all you have to do is put food in this little hole. And they will eat. So we're gonna put a kernel of popcorn. Right? Did they eat it? And I'm gonna put this also. This will be super important because I want to see what they eat first. And the coolest thing is, I eat a lot of popcorn, so I'm gonna be giving them out a lot of. See, because I dropped some food, it's active again. I just don't know how much time it takes. So the principle idea behind it is. And this was revolutionary. This was completely revolutionary. I was like, I'm gonna have a playthrough. Oh my god. It's funny, I just made a video about Delusion of Grandeur. Right? I just made a video about Delusion of Grandeur. This is exactly it. In my mind, I was making a playlist, or I was doing a playlist of a living playlist. Like, for example, I think I was when I was making content, I think I was more in the sense of, okay, well, I want this channel to be every single thing. I want it to be my whole life. And I think I was aiming for a lot of different things, right? Which is quite normal. So I'm like, yo, imagine if I have a playlist that is all live. Now, of course, anthill is live. There's ants. I have no experience in anthill. I have no experiences, right? But then it would be so cool to study them and just to learn about them. See, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Today, I was reading a news article. There's a June strawberry moon. This is a funny story. Last year, I went to hunt the strawberry moon to film it, not knowing there's gonna be one every single year, right? I was like, okay, this is gonna be my perfect excuse to study them. So I was like, I'm gonna study the ant, and just the idea of it's a living playlist is disgusting. You shouldn't keep people or a living thing in captivity. But the principle of it is actually quite sad. I think I was feeling lonely. I think I was, okay, so the truth. And again, I in my mind, in my content creator mind, I made a video about this not too long ago. And this is how crazy it is. This is when making videos transcend everything. It's all the same. It's one clear hive mind. I was making videos how I had problem differentiating the ink with Stefan. My name is Stefan. And I think ink started to see content, but I think Stefan was actually, I wouldn't say sad, but he was lonely, you know? And it's amazing because At that time, I was working 8 to 12 hours every single day, right? Making content, uploading it. Uploading was the craziest thing though. Uploading was the worst thing because I had to make sure that I was waking up to see if my video was still uploading because I had problem with my uploading. Um, right? So long story short, it doesn't move a lot. Should be worried about that. I should be worried about this. This is my first ITL ever, so I'm not a pro, I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to that. So then what ended up happening is, I was like, okay, well, because I feel lonely, because I'm working so much, I don't have a lot of friends. Because I don't have a lot of friends, the friendships that I do have, I don't take care of them because I'm not in the mood to make friends. I'm in the mood to make content, right? It's gonna be cheese. I don't know what they're eating. I know they probably won't eat the candy. However, the corn, because it's natural, they might eat it. They might eat it for sure. Okay. This is dirt cheap. This is a dirt cheap ant tail, but it's $100. So the plan, and I have a bunch of ants on my balcony. I don't know why, but I have a bunch of ants on my balcony. So it would be to check that out. It would absolutely be to check that out. And this could be really fun. This could be really fun. We still have the kernel? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So the goal, we'll see how a colony, except, and if it's fun, then we'll do it again. But I think Ink was a bit more lonely. I think Ink was, I can't have pets. I can't forget about pets because I live in an apartment. I'm not gonna have a goldfish because to me, a goldfish is. How can I say this? If I'm gonna have a pet, I want it to know who I am. I want to have this really. Oh my god! I want to have this relationship with the animal, like this bond with the animal. Hey, I know who you are. You know who I am. Cool. Not like this is the person that feeds me, right? And yeah, so I want to have that. So with the handheld, it was still like taking care of something, and it's so fucking funny because my father was like, "Why don't you take care of plants?" And he has a garden, and I was like, "No, that's your thing. I don't want to do something on my own." Right? So the anthill was perfect. It was not something that I need to take care of every single day. It was something that I didn't know that I needed to take care of every single day. It was something that I could study. Is it going to be a complete failure? Most likely. It's going to be a cool thing to try? Yes. And the cool thing is, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm so sorry to say this, it's ants. So if they die, who really gives a shit, you know? For example, I had this fish, right? And if I don't take care of it, and he dies, oh, that's a bigger thing. An ant is a bug. See, I want to show you. It's another one. So I'm gonna, again, this being my first anthill, I'm not sure how you do it. Oh shit. Little guy's dead. Possibly a spider. Well, guess what? It's because we have another one. There's possibly a hill somewhere. There has to be tools to catch them, for sure. For sure, there has to be tools to catch them. So I would like to check that out. Now, I'm not sure how long this place is going to be. I'm not sure how popular this place is going to be. I don't know how successful I'm going to be at taking care of ants. But it's something new. And it's something that could be cool. Right? Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Cutler Show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this June 2025. We're doing a very special video. Today we're doing a very special video. I lied to you guys. I lied in a big way. So about 2 weeks ago I came in and I said, okay, well, I want to start recapping. Chili Park Boys, right? So I was like, okay, well, let's recap the whole thing. And today we are reaching season 12. I'm gonna be reviewing season 12 today. I don't know why I'm repeating myself, but I am. Talking is hard for me, huh? So with this season 12, when I take a little break, I was supposed to watch the what should I call it? I was supposed to watch the anime series and the special. I think I'm gonna wait a week. Now during this week, what I'm gonna do something that's really really cool. We are gonna be reviewing Penny versus Kenny. Now I know what you said. I know what you said. And you said you were gonna wait. I'm gonna do something very very special, very special. And this is kind of like a this is an announcement that I'm making, but this is also like a something really cool. So see, if you saw my chances are that if you know Kenny vs Penny, you know Trailer Park Boys, you know Kenny vs Penny, because they were both on the showcase. They were both the golden boy of showcase. Give me a sec. Hell to the year. Hell to the year. It's so odd. So I'm gonna do them by memories. So if you saw my reviews of Trailer Park Boys, you see from season 1 to season 7, I know my shit. I'm watching the things, I know what's going on, I know exactly what I'm talking about, I know some extra information, I know the lore. However, when it comes to the later seasons, season 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, I don't know my shit. I'm looking for ants because we are gonna be starting an ant hill. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. We'll be starting an ant hill. So give me a sec. We have popcorn last night. Because we had popcorn, we have kernel. We're gonna be using to feed the ants. I don't know if they eat kernel, but now we will know for sure. We will know the no. So I can give you a bullshit reason that says, oh dude, I don't like the new season, they're not good, which is true. But the reality is 10 years, plus 10 years. I've been watching it since I was 16. I have been watching Trailer Park Boys and Kenny vs. Penny more than once a year, right? So I know my shit. So when it comes to the newer season, I've only been watching them once a year for 4 years. I watch them 4 to 5 times. That's it. Which is not a lot. We have an ant, and I don't know what it is. It's right here. Right here, the ant. So I'm in a position that's really, really special. That position that's really, really special is I have knowledge on the series, but because I saw it, not because I care. So with Kenny vs. Penny, this is another special situation because it's a show that I've been watching for 15 plus years. So I want to do Kenny vs. Penny, and the reason why I want to do it right now, well, not today, but like tomorrow, the day after. Technically speaking, today is Monday, so if I start on Tuesday, I would have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There is 6 seasons of Kenny vs. Penny. That would be perfect. So the main reason I want to do that is because I think I can do them by heart. So I'm going to be cheating. I'm going to have a Wikipedia list of the episode. And I'm going to come in. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, guess what? This is exactly what's happening in this episode. I'll give you the punch, I'll give you everything. And this is a show of how much I know the show, but it's a testament to how loyal I am to the show. And it's more so with my ADHD, because I got ADHD. It's more so about like, yo, how much do I know about this episode? And how much can I recall? See, a show like Kenny vs. Penny, a show like Trailer Park Boys, there's something that's really similar. You don't really care about the plot. You don't really care about what's going on. You only care about being able to talk with your boys, talk about what happened. Did you see last week Kenny vs. Penny? Did you see who can keep their head in the chicken coop the longest? My favorite episode. And then you talk about it, and I think that's what I want to reproduce. I kind of want to reproduce someone akin to a podcast, right? This is what's going on. So we'll do this. Tomorrow we'll do season 1. Season 1 is long. Season 1 is 26 episodes, which is 52 hours. No, 13 hours. The other season, I believe, they're all 6 or 7 episodes. I think the only one that's the last is the season 6, because there's Who Does Black Guys Like More, and there's 2 parts. So So this should be fun. I'm gonna check how it is. In the perfect world, we have this really cool experience. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. What am I supposed to tell you? Now, the cool thing about this, the extremely cool thing about this, is in a again, I don't want to be using the same term over and over and over again, but in a perfect world, what I would be able to do would be to this is special. In a perfect world, what I could do is do a very good recap of the whole season without watching it. I haven't watched it since I was working. I was working because I downloaded. Somebody uploaded. It's not on YouTube anymore. Black Screen Kingdom Suspended. The sixth season, just there, and I watched them the whole. And one day I watched them. I'm using 2 times the speed. Now, in a bad way, I didn't make it. In a bad way, what I will do, they'll do a second rendering of the show having watched it. So, for example, tomorrow I come to you guys and I'm saying, okay, well, let's do season 1. In 2 days, let's do season 2. And 3 days, let's do season 3, right? Now, I'm gonna be like, if I have too much problem remembering, I'll come back next week and say, hey, I rewatched the show, and here it is. Now, thing is, I might not only do this. So, for example, right now we're covering Trailer Park Boys. Right now it is season 12, so it is 10 episodes of 30 minutes, which is 300 minutes. Kenny vs. Penny at 6 episodes for 20 minutes is 2 hours, so it takes a lot less time. So, long story short, we'll see how it goes. But I'm happy. I'm extremely happy because it's something that I love doing. So I'll let you guys go. Take it easy. Thank you for watching this video. That's quite confusing, but once again, recap. We're gonna be doing a by heart, by memories review of Kenny vs. Penny, versus review / recap, and then if I'm happy, we leave it there. If I'm not happy, I'll give you guys more. Sounds good? Sounds great. Since you've been gone. Okay. I got a text. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone. Good. Luckily. Okay. Do. Don't blink, it's your baying. Welcome to the show. Hope you're living well because I'm having a wonderful day on this on this uh on the 2nd June 2025. Today is an emotional day. Today we're covering season 12 of Trailer Park Boys, the last season. There's some update about my covering of Trailer Park Boys. I am gonna take a break because yesterday, doing the recap, I was feeling fatigue. I was really feeling fatigue. We're gonna take a break. As I announced before, we're gonna be reviewing tomorrow. We're gonna be reviewing season 1 of Kenny vs. Penny by heart. So how much we remember it, how much we remember from it. It's gonna be cool. Oh, for fuck's sakes, Ink.